Hey friend, Roger Christopherson here again with another Overlooked Gems. I know I actually did an album battle with this band, with this album included, but I saw it today because I don't follow very many people on social media at all. One of the very few people that I do follow is Jason Bieler because I think he's a musical genius and I actually love the stuff he puts out. And he's still putting out stuff to this day, and he puts out stuff a lot. He's actually the guy that got me turned on to Bandcamp, and you probably heard me mention that a lot on here if you ever listened to my other stuff. And he put out on his stuff today that is the anniversary of the album Water. And I love that album. That album has inspired me to do so much and experiment and try new things and actually want to write songs. And I actually love this album, so I'm going to talk about it again. And so anyway, this is the first album that came out after Saigon Kick lost their singer Matt Kramer. And it's the typical musical differences or whatever. And that's when Jason took over lead vocals. And I think he might even produce this one. Actually, I should probably look here to make sure I'm saying that right. But anyway, he took over the band at that point in time. And I just think this album is probably one of those albums that everybody should actually have in their collection. Just listen to this. Actually, the band I'm in now, we did a 4.5 hour road trip, and this is one of the albums that we popped in and listened to on the way, and listened to the whole entire thing. And there's one cover on here. It's also David Bowie's Space Oddity, but everything else on here is all original. And I mean, it covers so many different ranges of music and so many different styles. I mean, it kicks in with a rocker like you're used to hearing from Saigon Kick. They didn't probably want to scare anybody away right from the start. But they'd always done a little bit of weird stuff here and there, but most of the time, most of their stuff was pretty heavy with a lot of harmonies over the top and, cool different little grooves and rhythms and stuff. They did do a lot of drop D stuff. This one sounds like it's drop D. I actually never played it, but it sounds like it's drop D. And it's just cool, exactly what you would expect from a Saigon Kick song. So anyway, it goes directly from that into Space Oddity, which I thought was always a little strange, but their version of this is pretty close to the original, but they added a little bit to it to make it their own. But this is where the tables really turn. It goes to Water, which nothing like this I'd ever heard before. It's got this cool little guitar thing going on the whole entire song. It sounds like a guitar. There's points in time it was hard to tell if it was keyboard or guitar or whatever was going on. Definitely a different production style on this. It's a lot more clean, not quite as heavy, and lots of different textures and styles in the drums overall. And that goes into Fields of Rape. Actually, no, it goes into Torture and then Fields of Rape. Both of those are kind of also different styles. I mean, they're all over the place already on this. And then it really switches gears big time on track number 6, which is I Love You. It's sounds like it's a drum machine on that one. Not sure, but definitely sounds like a drum machine. It's got just a different style of guitar playing that I've ever heard. It's just got a clean guitar, just playing the same rhythm over and over again with different chords changing over the top of it, and then just this amazing soft melody over the whole thing. And I just really actually like that song. And it does have a guitar solo in the middle of it, but it's a very tasteful, even though it's really overdriven, it's actually a very tasteful solo and just a very cool song. I actually really like that song. Sergeant Steve, the next 3 songs, Sergeant Steve, My Heart, On and On, and On are just so weird. And every single song on this from that point on just changes style. You got it almost sounds like a couple of these almost sound, one sounds almost like swing or old timey, not swing, but maybe an old timey 60s type song. And then there's one more rocker in here. I'm not going to go through every single song because I don't want to bore anybody, but it gets to the end where it's ends with a big, powerful, I wouldn't want to say it's a ballad, but it's When You Were Mine. It's a big, cool, very epic type song. Ends with a great vocal melody and then kind of fades out with the reprise, and it's not cool. There actually is a reissue with another song on there called Night Enough, which is okay, but if you got the original album, it's amazing. I'm like I said, I'm not going to run down through every single song, but just those few there alone are just, I don't know, I can't even explain like every different style that he touches on this. He just experimented with everything. He kind of kept on the same road with the next couple albums, but this is the one that always stuck out for me as probably being my favorite thing Saigon Kick ever did. Jason's gone on to do a whole lot of stuff solo. He's released a couple albums now under the name the Baron von Bielski Orchestra, and he's been working with Jeff Scott Soto on a lot of stuff. But if you get on Bandcamp, he's got a ton of stuff on there, just all kinds of stuff. And I went on there, bought everything he had, like back when I first found him on there again. He actually did that one album that went off with the Pat Badger of Extreme, that was Transatlantic, or Super Transatlantic, excuse me. And, that was kind of a pop, hard rock album, kind of like power pop type album, but it's pretty cool. And that's worth checking out too. I actually really like that album as well. But, he's really continued down the experimental road with his more recent stuff. I actually just got the Baron von Bielski Orchestra's latest album. That one is just amazing. It blows my mind, the stuff this guy comes up with. But this is where it all started for me, and I think this is where it all started with him in his experimental phase. And not a bad song on it. There may be styles and stuff people don't like, so it may not be for everybody, but there is something for everybody on this album, if that makes any sense. So worth checking out, in my opinion. Just wanted to touch on this one again because I just think more people should own this album. That's all there is to it. So anyway, feel free to share your thoughts and feelings on Jason Saigon Kick or what you guys think. And as always, like, share, subscribe, and until next time, we'll see you.